Hello everyone, before going to the video, please subscribe our channel and stay with us. The sun streamed through the tall windows of the bridal boutique, illuminating the rows of shimmering dresses. Leela, a bride-to-be with a flair for the dramatic, stood anxiously in the center of the fitting room. Today was the day she would finally say yes to the dress, but little did she know that the journey ahead would be anything but ordinary. Her mother, Karen, hovered nearby, scrutinizing every detail. Karen had a vision for Leela's wedding, a fairy tale affair complete with a flowing gown and a storybook romance. But Leela had her heart set on something a little more unconventional, an elegant, fitted dress that hugged her curves in all the right places. "I just don't understand why you don't want something more traditional," Karen huffed, adjusting her oversized sunglasses. "Your father and I saved for years for this moment." "I appreciate that, Mom, but it's my wedding. I want to feel like myself," Leela replied, trying to keep the peace. As Leela tried on dress after dress, excitement filled the air. The boutique's Alterations manager, Mia, a sharp-eyed woman with an air of authority, entered the room. Mia had an uncanny ability to transform any gown into something extraordinary, but she had a reputation for being difficult. "Mia, I'm so glad you're here. I really love this dress, but can we make it fit just a bit tighter around the waist?" Leela asked, twirling in front of the mirror. Mia's eyes narrowed. "This dress is already quite fitted. Are you sure you want to alter it further? It might lose its shape." Leela's heart sank. "But I want to feel amazing on my wedding day." Karen chimed in, "We're paying a lot for this dress. It should be perfect." "Leela, you should listen to Mia." The tension in the room thickened. Leela felt the weight of her mother's expectations crashing down. "I know what I want, Mom. I want to look like me." Mia, sensing the brewing conflict, stepped in. "Let's just take a step back. How about I take some measurements and see what we can do?" Leela nodded, grateful for Mia's professional approach. However, as Mia took the measurements, she muttered under her breath, "Some brides just don't understand the art of a good fit." Karen overheard this and her face flushed with anger. "Excuse me? My daughter deserves the best, and if you can't do your job, maybe we need to find someone who can." The air crackled with tension as Mia straightened, her expression hardening. "I assure you, I know what I'm doing. This dress is an investment." Leela's heart raced. "Mom, please, let's just focus on the dress." As the fitting continued, things escalated. Mia brought out her measuring tape and a pin cushion, ready to make adjustments. "I'm going to need you to stand still, Leela," she instructed, her tone icy. "I am standing still," Leela retorted, frustration bubbling to the surface. Just then, Karen's patience snapped. "This is ridiculous. You're making my daughter uncomfortable, and it's not how a fitting should go." Mia rolled her eyes. "If you can't handle constructive criticism, maybe you should take a break." In a moment of sheer impulse, Karen stepped forward, her voice rising. "You don't get to talk to us like that." The tension reached its peak. Karen, fed up with the entire situation, made a split-second decision. She swung her arm in a dramatic gesture, accidentally, yet decisively, punching Mia on the arm. The room fell silent. Leela stood in shock, her mouth agape. "Mom, what have you done?" Mia, stunned, clutched her arm and glared at Karen. "Is this how you handle disagreements? By throwing punches?" I didn't mean to," Karen stammered, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. "I just wanted you to understand how important this is." Leela, torn between laughter and disbelief, finally found her voice. "Mom, we can't punch the Alterations manager. This is a bridal shop, not a boxing ring." Mia, regaining her composure, let out a nervous laugh. "Well, this is a first for me. Usually, it's just the stress of the dress that leads to tears, not punches." Karen's expression shifted from anger to embarrassment as she realized the absurdity of the situation. "I'm sorry, Mia. I really am. This whole thing just got out of hand." Leela stepped forward, wrapping an arm around her mother. "We both want the same thing, for me to feel beautiful on my wedding day." Mia, now softened by the apology, nodded. "I get it. Weddings can be emotional. Let's start fresh, shall we?" Karen took a deep breath. Absolutely. I'll keep my hands to myself from now on. With the tension dissipated, the fitting resumed, but this time with a lighter atmosphere. Mia measured Leela again, and the three of them began to discuss what the dress could look like with just the right alterations. I think we can make it fitted without losing the elegance, Mia suggested, pulling out sketches and fabric swatches. Leela's eyes lit up. That sounds perfect. I want it to feel like me, but still have that wow factor. As they collaborated, Leela felt a sense of empowerment. Her mother, watching her daughter take charge, began to see the beauty in Leela's individuality. Finally, after what felt like hours, they reached a consensus. The dress was going to be stunning, fitted but flowing, classic yet modern. Leela was ecstatic. I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, Mia. You really turned this around for us, Leela said, genuinely appreciative. Mia smiled. Just remember, it's all about communication, and maybe a little less swinging next time. Karen chuckled, the earlier tension easing into laughter. I promise, no more punches, just hugs. As the final fitting approached, the atmosphere was filled with excitement. Leela stepped into the dress one last time, and her heart raced as she looked in the mirror. This is it. I can't believe how beautiful it looks, she exclaimed, twirling with glee. Karen stood by, her heart swelling with pride. You look like a vision, Leela, just like a princess. Mia adjusted the final details, ensuring everything was perfect. You're going to steal the show on your wedding day. On the day of the wedding, Leela stepped into the sunlight, the dress flowing around her. The day felt magical, everything she had dreamed of and more. As she walked down the aisle, she caught her mother's eye, and they exchanged a knowing smile. The earlier tensions faded into distant memories, replaced by love and support. After the ceremony, as guests danced and celebrated, Mia approached Karen and Leela, a playful grin on her face. Just so you know, I'm still charging for that punch. Leela burst into laughter. You know what? Worth every penny. Years later, Leela would look back on her wedding day as one of the best days of her life, not just for the dress, but for the bond it strengthened between her and her mother. And as for Mia, she became a close family friend, often joking about the day the Alterations manager got punched.